Mobile Geeks coverage of CES 2014 is powered by ASUS.
Hey, we're here at Showstoppers 2015 and this is the new Toshiba Click Mini. This is actually a product that's only coming out in Europe so far, or probably also a bunch of Asian countries, but not coming to the US actually. This is an 8.9-inch tablet convertible 2-in-1, whatever you want to call it, designed based on an Intel Atom Z3735F, so that's the low-end Atom. And it is definitely going towards the low end. This is a quad-core, 1.83 gigahertz turbo boost chip in here. We got 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of flash storage in here. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about the tablet itself. What's interesting about this is they have a 19.5 watt-hour battery in the tablet itself, and they have another 19.5 watt-hour battery in the base. So the whole thing weighs in combined at under 1 kilogram, which should be around 2.6 pounds, I guess. And if you divide these things, the tablet part weighs in at 470 grams. So let me just get this off here. The tablet, 470 grams. This added into the game will probably be around the same weight, so you end up under 1 kilogram. The whole thing is pretty interesting in that regard, that it's only going to cost 300 euros, which would be in the US, if it were coming out in the US, probably around 300 US dollars. It's got a full HD, or it's not even full HD, it's got a WUXGA screen, so it's 1920 by 1200 actually. It's got an IPS panel, which has very nice viewing angles, and it's an IPS panel, and yeah, it's got 350 nits brightness, so that's pretty nice. So you should be able to work outside, under sunlight with this device. What else? Let's just take a quick tour around. So up here we have the power button right there. That's your volume rocker. One of hopefully 2 stereo speakers. On top there's pretty much nothing, and over on the left we'll just flip it around. We have the Windows button, so there's no capacitive touch on the front, but this is a real hardware button on the side. Micro SD for storage extension, plus your micro HDMI out, a headset jack, plus a micro USB, which seems to be also used for charging, but we'll see about that in a second. Yes, they're also using that for charging because there is no charging port on here. These two click into the keyboard. This makes up the connection between the keyboard up here, and these are still pre-production, so this button is kind of flimsy right now, but in the end I hope that they will get their quality worked out. I don't know about the camera back here, but my guess would be, as we are in a lower price point, that this is a 5 megapixel camera. The back feels pretty sturdy actually. It doesn't bend or anything like on the Nexus 9, right? It's got a matte cover on here, kind of glittery finish, Toshiba logo down here, and that's pretty much it. Let's take a quick tour around the tablet dock right here. So we have the keyboard dock right here. So we have your a full-size USB port on the side here on the right. So that's neat if you want to extend it with your mouse, for example, a wired mouse, for example. Full-size SD card reader. That's also very nice actually, to have your photos copied or whatever. And that's about it. Let's put them back together so we can see how far this folds back. And yeah, if we put it down on the table here, you'll actually be able to see, yes, that it folds down pretty far, or just about enough so you can sit on the table and have a good look at it without having to cramp your neck or whatever to look at it closely. Let's take a look at the keyboard, and it seems pretty much all right. It doesn't flex too badly. The key size is pretty cramped since it's just a 9-inch tablet. Down here, the spacebar and control and all the other buttons are pretty big actually. You have a tiny left shift key, which is kind of sad that it's so small. And over here we have a bunch of not that common button settings with smaller buttons. Also, the enter button seems a bit too small, but size-wise it's actually pretty good, so you can hit that pretty well, I guess. Let's fold it down together so you can see how the whole thing looks folded up. Yeah, seems to be a pretty nice little computing platform. There's going to be a bunch of different colors. Over here we have a white model, which has exactly the same specs, except for the fact that it has a white lid, which also looks very nice actually. I don't know if there's going to be a black model, but my guess would be that this will be the case. One thing about the trackpad is it's pretty small, right? It's a little small on the vertical side. It's pretty wide actually, which is kind of nice, but some people might have some problems with this being not as tall as you would like. So this has been the Toshiba Click Mini at CES 2015 at Showstoppers, and I was Roland with Mobile Geeks. And we'll see you later if you check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and subscribe to our channel. See ya!